Hello my dear viewers, this is Tasha and I'm back again and I'm here with another video. I'm happy to be doing this. It's been a long time, like really long. So today's topic is going to be about, wait a minute, if you've not clicked on the subscribe button, please do so. I would really appreciate it if you do that. It will really mean a lot to me. And if you're here for the first time, I'm really grateful. Today's topic is going to be when life happens and you let God decide. I chose this topic after a lot of thoughts. I would have gone any other way, like decided just to do something to encourage you, but I chose this because I've learned during this season, from the last time I shot the last video up to now, it's been a period of where God is trying to show me like there's another way that things happen, there's another way that He does things, there's another way that He would love things to be done in people's lives, even in my own life. And most of the time we are very difficult people. We tend to be like, if this does not work, we have to try this other way. So we have like A, we have B, plan C. You see, it's like we are very ready to go. If this does not work, we go this way. If this one doesn't, the other way. Yeah. And I'm saying this because most of us, things happen in our lives, and if you try to follow up on how things happened until you reached that particular situation or that particular point where you realized, okay, I'm in this mess or I'm in this situation, and I'm trying to evaluate, or you're trying to evaluate like, what would I have done that would have made it better, or why is this thing happening to me, or why are things happening like this? So what I've known with life is like everything is connected, particularly in your life and in my life. Nothing happens without a reason. That is what I also understood, because like one thing led to another, and this one led to this other one. So if you are keen enough, you see it's a progression, it's something that is building up. And if you're not keen to find out more concerning it, you are most likely to abort whatever is going on. You are most likely to try and have your own way and try to make things work the way you want them to work. So, and sometimes it leaves you in a situation where, particularly the things that happen without even you expecting, like you really didn't expect that, and then life just makes another turn that is out of what you really like anticipated. Sometimes you look at it like, am I dreaming? And you are like going over and over it, and it's very consuming, and it's not how God wants us to go about it. God wants us to know that we have the good. The good is the nice things that happen in your life, the things that make you happy, the things that happened and you really didn't expect but they were good. And we also have the bad that maybe you might be going through right now, because everyone have the bad and the good still going on in their lives. But it seems like God is trying to show us that we have to come to a knowledge that the good and the bad, all of them, they don't happen without His knowledge. It's like He's in control every time, and it's like nothing happens without His permission. Isaiah 45 verse 7, it says, I formed light and created darkness. I make well and create war. I'm the Lord who does all these things. Other version says that He creates good, he makes the good and the bad. Some say good and evil, all of them, they happen. It's like He's in control all around. Nothing happens that just passed him, or it got him by surprise. So if it did not get God by surprise, it did not get God by surprise, why are you surprised? Why are you like, why did God let this happen? And it's like this thing was planned from way back, before even you knew it would come into being, and it's already happening right now in your life. Even at the moment, I know it's going on. So you are like, why? Instead of asking why, you should be having another different kind of question, not the why. Why should never cross your mind. Now, the next thing I also want you to know is like, don't look at it in an angle like I'm the one who is a sinner, that's why this thing is happening to me. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 from verse 2 to 4, and it says, since one's fate comes to all, to the righteous and the wicked, to the good and the evil, to the clean and the unclean, to him who sacrifices and to him who does not sacrifice, as is the good man, so is the sinner, and he who swears as he who shuns an oath. If you go on and on, you will realize that this verse is trying to tell you like, the good and the bad, it's not coming out of a sin. Maybe sometimes it does, but let that be far from your mind, because if you have sinned, everybody sins, and you can just still go before God and tell God like, really God, I know you didn't expect this from me, but I did it anyway, and I'm sorry, forgive me, wash me, cleanse me, and help me by your spirit not to repeat doing this, or mold me, teach me on how to come out of this thing, because some kind of sins you don't come out of it by your own strength. It takes the hand of God to pull you out of them. So if that is the case, then just know that you looking at it like, if I did not do this, maybe this would not have happened, just forget about it. Once you've asked for forgiveness, that is enough. Let the mercies of God cover you. Let yourself be at peace, knowing that if this is what God planned for you in this season, by any means, if you would have tried to escape it, you will still meet it somewhere. So if this is it, then I think God is trying to direct you in another angle, and that is where I'm headed to with you concerning this video. What God wants us to do during such situation is to remove our gaze from the problem and look at Him. He is the one who is the beginning and the end. He knows the beginning of the matter, He knows the end of the matter. Even the scripture says He knows the end of the matter from the beginning. So if He knows the end of the matter from the beginning, it would really be helpful for you if you try to look at things His way. Like what I literally learned and told myself, like, I'm not going to worry about things that I cannot control at this moment. What I'm going to do is watch what is God up to, because if things have happened up to this point in this manner, why don't I wait and see what He has in mind? Like, why don't I try to look at it from His angle, or try to ask Him like, what were you trying to do, or what are you trying to do? Because that is one thing that I've learned to do. Like, instead of rushing to other solutions, which sometimes always end in frustration, because you're trying to do it by your own strength, and God is trying to tell you, can you just relax? Exhaust your energy, and by the end of it you feel like God has let you down, and it's not God, it's you who is rushing, and you're leaving whatever God wanted to show you there, and you're running for something else. So sometimes just try to be like, this is a movie, let me see how it ends, and it's like I'm the main actor, or I'm the one in the scene, so I have to see how this is going to end, because I think that would be an interesting angle if we try to look at it that way, and you try to get peace from that, knowing that, okay, I'm not alone in this, because if I'm supposed to look at God, it means He's also in this with me. So let that bring you peace, let that make you feel like It's gonna be okay. God sees things in an angle that is very different from what your physical eye sees. So if you try to look at it from his angle and try to anticipate what he has in mind, that will really help you. And doing that will keep you in a positive attitude, so that you'll be able even to pray during that half time. You won't be like, I can't pray, let us others do the praying for me.